Rich Risings, guys. So you already know who it is. It's your girl, Versatile. She is, of course, Choco Blue Experience. Yes, Akari's mother, Alva. And this morning, I got a word. So I am in the book of Psalms, chapter 40, verses 1 through 2. And it reads, I waited patiently for the Lord. He turned to me and heard my cry. He lifted me out of the slimy pit, out of the mud and mire. He set my feet on a rock and gave me a firm place to stand. When I was reading this verse, I was like, okay, God, so you telling me you got my back, right? Because that's exactly what he's saying, right? Not only that, right? It's basically saying if it's not God's time, you can't force it, right? But when it is God's time, you can't stop it. And so I started to go into comparison, right? I started thinking about like when I used to work for different jobs and when I used to go different places and stuff, right? So in the time of thinking about this, right, I'm like, okay, so God is saying don't just wait on him, right? During the time of waiting, I got to push through waiting. So I started to reflect on it. I was like, God is like a manager at work or a supervisor. He's much greater. But just a moment to help to understand God is already at work before we get there. Or even like a track coach. I know for me, when I was a part of a track team, my coach would know where I was standing with my attitude, etc. So I bring this up because like you go to work, right? Or wherever you go at, right? It's always kind of someone that is over top of you. Even if you a content creator, whatever the case is, like it's people waiting for you to put out your content so they can watch it. When you go to work, it's managers and supervisors there waiting to see what type of performance you finna give today. Or like I said, when I used to run track, my track coach, she would be waiting to see what I was going to perform on the track, you know? So God is saying, don't just wait on him. During the waiting, find something to do that's positive now, like take night classes for whatever you're doing. Start a new hobby, something that helps you push through so you won't just kind of just be waiting on God and thinking that he's not hearing you, because he's definitely hearing your cry. He's hearing your cry. He's seeing everything that's going on, and that's why he's working in the midst of all of it. So I just want to let you know, keep going, keep pushing. Do not let anybody or anything or anyone or anything, because a lot of times we get all mixed up with what we see on the internet. We get all mixed up with materialistic things, and it starts to distract us from really what our whole overall goal was. So continue to be strong, continue to keep pushing, continue to be you, and continue to not let this weary world push you to something that you have not even planned. Because remember, whatever is in God's will and His God plan will come to pass. So I hope y'all have a beautiful and a prosperous day. Remember, I love you all in Christ. Peace.